Rolling out the gate with royalty, let's kick off our Summer of Dodge series, starting with the 2023 Last Call King Daytona. Now, our Peel Chrysler YouTube channel has already started covering some of the last call models, including some other hot Dodge muscle that we have. But in an effort to shine a spotlight on some of the biggest, baddest Dodge muscle cars, I wanted to kick off a series called the Summer of Dodge. And to kick off this Dodge series, we're going to kick it off right with an 807 horsepower King Daytona Charger driven by the legendary racer Big Willie Robinson. So today, I'm going to give you a touch of the history on the OG driver. We're going to go over the Redeye Hellcat Widebody package and the corresponding King Daytona package, so let's get to it. Now, the Last Call series commemorates some of Dodge's iconic performance vehicles since its birth, and as the fifth of the seven, the King Daytona historic roots stem from the legend himself, the driver and owner William Big Willie Robinson. The retro throwback for this Last Call model pays its homage to the custom 1969 Charger Daytona, raced in the 70s by Robinson himself, who named his hot Hemi orange ride King Daytona. Robinson was a behemoth 6'6" Vietnam vet known to be dressed in black leather jackets and a bowler hat, and marked history by founding the International Brotherhood of Street Racers in 1966. Now, while his ride was legendary, Robinson himself was a hero in his own right, with his goals to turn the youth away from the violence on the streets and get them onto the track with quarter-mile style motorsports at sanctioned track events. Big Willie Robinson and his wife Tamiko continued to build Daytona Chargers to race and bring together the people, and now their historic legacy is cemented in this 2023 Last Call King Daytona. Now, Robinson would be proud because the 23 King Daytona was built on the Charger SRT Hellcat Redeye Widebody platform and is featured in Go Mango, which is reminiscent of the Hemi Orange that Robinson drove. And if that wasn't exclusive enough, there is only 300 of these made. While the other Last Call models we've covered have primarily been appearance packs, the King takes the namesake for a reason. And the 6.2-liter Hemi Hellcat V8 pushes out an additional 10 horsepower like the jailbreak to total an insane 807 horsepower. And the 27Z package tags on the Power Chiller, which takes its roots from the 2018 iconic Demon, which we'll be covering again later in this series. When enabled, activating the unit means the conditioning refrigerant diverts from the cabin to the chiller, ensuring maximum cooling of the air entering the intake ports. Cooler air means denser air with more oxygen molecules, which means more fuel and more power. Of course, the Redeye Widebody sports its wide-body suspension and some other Charger SRT-Qs, which include a satin black SRT performance spoiler at the rear and the single hood scoop with air intake at the front. Not to mention the functional performance grille with dual air inlets that help feed additional air to the engine to improve temperature and airflow. And we already touched a little bit on how the orange-inspired theme comes from the Hemi Orange of Robinson's OG King Daytona, and we've kept with that with these Brembo brakes that actually come orange as well, which is nice and stay with the whole theme. But you've also have these 20-inch satin carbon warp speed wheels that really just give that wicked look that brings it all together. To match the satin carbon aspects, we mentioned the SRT performance spoiler earlier, but the King has satin chrome exterior badging, and this trunk stripe keeps with the black on orange aesthetic. Now, I mentioned this feature and it was added on as an option in the Shakedown, but this is actually built into the King Daytona appearance package itself, and that's your bright Mopar hood pin kit. Now, this is great because it keeps with that retro 70s style. Personally, today, I don't think that you would need a hood pin kit, but it is nice to have in case the main latch faults. But the way that things are built today, especially something like a 2023 Last Call, you should have that peace of mind that you're not going to have that issue, but hey, keeps with the style and makes it even more retro. I said that the interior was plush with suede, and from the suede door trim panels to the Alcantara steering wheel with red LED, right up to the Dynamica suede headliner, the King Daytona is fit for a king to ride in. And the throne and your passengers will all sit pretty because your Napa leather Alcantara face seats will give the softness that you are surrounded by and hug you with it too. So what do you think of the King? We have a lot more vehicles to go over for our Summer of Dodge series. Make sure you subscribe. Don't miss out because nobody beats a deal from Peel.